So I decided to pull a stunt. Remember, I've understood the dynamics of the system. And as a cabin crew, you make a lot of money from nice top allowance. Uh, people dash you money. So when I go on flight, the kind of money where they drop for cabin crew, no before you, plenty money, and they take and go house. At that time, my then governor, Akpabio, God bless him, whenever he comes on flight, he was very, very generous. He would drop money for the, I think go out with 100K, 50K, anytime he's on board. So I now said to myself, why don't I seek for scholarship and then approach him? So I needed to put some machineries on ground to track when he will be on board. So I went to ticketing. I was sorting. They didn't know why I was sorting. I went to operation. I was sorting. They didn't know why I was sorting. So by the time I went to arrange my admission, I got my Form I-20. Everything was all set. I carried it around. So I went back to them, said, they track my governor. I'm tracking the senator from my constituency. I mentioned the people I was tracking from my place. I went to ticketing. I tracked them. Anytime they were coming on board, they let me know.
So you'll be on the flights.
How you take no? That was how So the first time, one of the first person that they called me dropped me 3 million. I said no, I needed 9 million. So my governor was coming. I was on ground that day. I showed up on that flight. As soon as the flight was cruising at 40,000 feet, I walked up to the, because me, I'm always keeping my lyrics down when I go to talk to you. My opening statement now bomb. And because I can speak my language, I went to him. I said, Your Excellency, come on. Oh, and since he saw me on the uniform, he felt good to see me. You know what I mean? You came to meet me in my office. I said, Abo, Ubome ya me kwe du work and ya be so. It's going to be ba uwe it's going to be ba inyene. That means if this plane drop off the sky, some of us will die poor, some of us will die rich. So the man asked me, so for you meet ba the more woman correct. I asked the man how. He said, so me, I won't die as rich man. I say yes. He asked me, say how? I said, I won't fly that plane when I won't fly this plane when this man will fly. That man, they pay us 10% of what they pay them. He said, hey, are you sure? He said, yes. You get the admission. I said, yes, sir. I gave it to him. He approved it immediately.
It's a lie.
I swear to God, he approved it immediately. The secretary to the state government was on flight. He gave it to him. He said, process this thing, let this guy leave for the US. Akpabio gave me $85,000 cash. They paid $65,000 to fly school and gave me $20,000 cash for upkeep. Daddy Priest, I can share, I've shared a lot of stories with you, right? They always look as if I'm lying, but this is not a lie.
So how come nobody has all these good things to say about if Akpabio can give you where you don't know $85,000 to turn you into what you are today, to give you that opportunity?
I brought two of my friends along. He gave it to them. Two were three of us that came. Yes, that I said, after I joined Arik, my life has changed till date. I know they take and play. That's why I do most of the benevolence that I do, because strangers have always been blessing me. And like I said, when you are loyal, you are responsible, you are diligent in your own little way. You see the relationship I keep with you. I make sure I don't bring a bad image to your brand. I keep my decency, because we are still building. So if you begin to get manipulative or do things in a fraudulent manner, there is no way you can really scale or go very far. So I always keep my track very clean, very decent, very responsible. But I will always push little by little. It's not like it's that easy, but there will going to be some setback here and there. You strike a balance, but I watch out for relationships and friends that I keep. So there are many stunts I pull like that. They always come true. That was how I came to the US to train as a pilot. Akpabio, God bless him. He made me who I am today. I met him inside my
Wow.
office. So now you can't come meet me. You know, I go in office, go meet him. You can't come meet me for my office. Now I take cracking head. You don't understand. Like I said, and then sometimes you make money, people hold on to money. So while I was making money from that, because cabin crew make more money than the ground staff, I was sharing it. I was sorting it. It's just like now that I was setting up a startup. I knew and I know very well that small startups struggles to hire talents and professionals because they don't have the money to pay them. But you
Omar, I'm
see,
reading what Omar said. Omar said, no, everybody looked forward to Akpabio coming to Delta State then. He impacted many people, oh, Daddy
yes,
Freeze.
he did.
Are
He
you
did.
serious?
Oh, yes, he did. He did. So instead of me to struggle or dent my image to look for professionals to work in my tech space, Daddy Freeze, the last 7 years I trained. That's why I'm able to set up Zit now fully to develop and build solutions. You know those people I was training? Like Shewu, Rookie, many of them that are working out there. I will bring some of them to talk today. You have to, because we are not Dangote's children. We are not Otedola's children where the money they bam. So sometimes you need to go through your own space and build up to get to where you're going to. But many people want to measure themselves with the high and mighty. Unfortunately, we can't be like that. We have to follow through the rope. You stay in your own level and walk the rope and get there. So when I walked inside that aircraft, that box, that tube, that was when I got my break with Akpabio. Akpabio paid my scholarship to come to the US to train as a pilot. Yes, he's a great guy. After everything, he might have his flaws here and there, but yes, he made a lot of us back then. Those of us where some people carry their money, go build house, marry the day area. He really and he gave it to us by hand. Oh. Yes, I opened that opportunity in Arik. A lot of people went with it and all that. Yes. So when I now came to the US, I trained. I later went back to school to study healthcare informatics. I now started the tech journey. But while I was doing that, I was doing a lot of menial jobs like CNA, a lot of
Tell us
work.
a little bit about the CNA part.
Okay. So first off, get it to where they call under the table. Maybe this kind of time when the season rough, things you do where you go figure small money, things you no get Bali to take arrange. So finally, when I can't get Bali, everybody were talking about, because I studied chemistry in my bachelor's, so everybody thought nursing was going to be the best place to go. So, and then with CNA, you were always going to get a job because you people where you go wash bots plenty. You will evaluate get people to wash bots. Different aspects of CNA stuff there. It could be companion, it could be group home, it could be nursing home, it could be different, even in the hospital. So you can definitely just get a job. So I did that. Then I wasn't feeling it because I've always been a corporate person. Now taking me to go and do direct care, it was somewhat too emotional for me, dealing with older people who are not able to take care of themselves, and then seeing them in that mood. Some of them, they don't have families and all that. So I was like, there's something else I can do that will give me that stability that I needed. So tech was an option, but I narrowed it to health technology. So what was I supposed to do? I opted for health informatics, to do masters in health informatics so I could really understand healthcare system in America. Boom. I sought for masters, I registered, and I started. Health informatics. I'm saying health technology. That means technology in health, or health combined with technology. That was when I ventured into it. So it was for a 2 years program to obtain my master's. And also I wanted to silence my HND so that I can have my master's to be able to speak highly of, even if I was going to come back to Nigeria. So when I finished that master's, no company wanted to hire me. Yes, companies were not ready to hire me. And then I didn't really understand the difference of having masters and having skill set. So when I look at job descriptions, I will be so lost. And then when I look at the resume, my resume, I just didn't know exactly what it was going to do for me. So I decided to dig deep why they were not calling me for interviews. And that was when I found out that it's because I did not have specific skill set. So if I'm going to do health informatics, that means I'm going to handle data and processes in healthcare. I needed the tools, for example, SQL, Tableau, Excel. I needed some agile principles to get up to speed, Scrum, product. I did not know any of those. So I had to pause and then started listing out all those things I saw on the job description. And I started taking trainings on them specifically. So when I took those trainings specifically, that was when I now stumbled on a lot of the Indian friends that I met. As a matter of fact, the first Indian guy that introduced me to SQL, he was deported during the last Trump dispensation because they didn't renew his H-1B, just like what is happening now. So that was how I started taking those trainings. And all my trainings were from Indians. And then I did a lot of those certifications. By the time I revamped my resume, I had hired a coach at the time. And that coach was an Indian lady. She was based in Canada at the time. When I started pushing my resume out, they blew my phone off for interviews back to back. So within a space of 4 months, 5 months, a total of 1 year, I landed my first tech role as a business and data analyst with the biggest healthcare company. I actually had 2 jobs then. One was with Davita, which was in Tennessee, but they didn't send the offer on time. So Hartford Healthcare hired me overnight. And then I started working with them in Connecticut. So from there, when I discovered that there was a gap, there was a significant gap in Black people or Africans getting into the tech space, that was when I started thinking of how do I close that gap to be a synergy to a lot of people who wants to get into the tech space. So one of my challenges was how do I train them? I don't have enough knowledge and capacity to train. So when I meet some people, I'll say, go and train, come back, I will coach you. Go and train, come back, I will coach you. So gradually, I started taking trainings that licensed me and also qualified me to train. And then I started training a lot of people and I said, okay, we can also build solutions as well. But to be able to get that going, I need people that can work with me. So that was why I invest a lot of my time and hours. Even if you pay me one time, I will train you for so long time for you to get very solid to be able to now, I want to work with you. And then you would have seen that I've offered you value and then you want to offer it back to me. So when you hear someone like Tinubu said, Emiloko, because he invested in a lot of these people over the years. And now when he wanted to also contest, he said, it's my own turn. So me, I've invested in a lot of people. And these people now, they offer to also give back. And that's how we are coming together as a team. So I don't have to worry about, I don't have money to pay them. So they see it as their project. They see it as partnership. So that was how I got into this space. And I started working, I started training. And after I got stabilized, that was when I came to you to start making noise.
What a story. Everybody is spellbound.
Yes.
Everybody is spellbound. So let's talk about tech now. Let's talk about what brought us here.
Okay. So one of the first thing I did was to identify everything that my parents didn't do right. Yes, I want to give that step back again. And I determined to correct them and redefine my own path. So if you want to succeed, you have to look at the things your father and your mother did not do right. And then filter it. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that truth. Most of our parents didn't know anything about technology or working smart even. Now, you have the opportunity to adopt these resources. So some of our parents, or many of them, lived in religious centers as a way to demonstrate their intelligence or diligence and hard work. They believed that was the best thing they did or they could offer us. Ask yourself what results and lives they lived or shared with you, other than religious values. I ask you, does that provide your bills? Does it pay your bills today? And does it give you the quality of life that you want to live? If I want to go by the things my papa and my master show me, I've forgotten for village. At the freeze, one of my younger brother just passed. Yes, he passed a few days ago. He told me that God told him not to work and not to go to school. That the graphic design that I sent him, he offered to learn in 2011. I sent him a laptop. I sent him resources to keep it. He said God made people to steal it, that it was distracting him. So I also told him, I said, God told me that anybody that said that thing you just said in your mouth, that I shouldn't give him money. He couldn't cope in Lagos. He moved from Lagos back to the village. Anyway, stories for another day. But what I'm saying is this: many of these religious inclination that our parents transfer to us does not pay bills. And I grew up in the village where basic amenities are still not available till date. So if I didn't take the risk to step outside of my comfort zone to seek greener pastures, perhaps I would still be stuck in that same old. I decided to pitch myself and my career in tech because it's the future. So despite my background, whether I studied chemistry or I grew up in the village, tech is open to everybody. So we live in an era where technology is no longer just an industry. It is the foundation of everything.
I want to, sorry, I'm cutting you. I want to take you back a little. How did this your brother pass on? This your same father, same mother?
Same father, same mother. Okay, so again, I'll share this. I was going to make a video in the next 1 or 2 months. So I have 6 siblings. We are 6 in total. 4 of them are sickle cell. Only 2 are not. Yes. So for those of you that
are you SS? You don't look SS, so you are not.
I say only 2 of us, myself and our last born, we are AA.
Oh.
Yeah. So the one next to me passed. The one next to me passed long time ago. So we can't remain 5. So my eldest sister, SS, always crisis. She's 49 now. I've donated blood twice to her, but she's a nurse. She takes care of herself. And my younger sister too, who went to college, she's working in Lagos. She manages herself. She's good. But this my particular kid brother. I have invested a lot, but he's still there in head. Say you want do pastorhood. He say nah, God call him. He say make you no go school, make you no. And while in Lagos, I brought them to Lagos before I came to the US. For the first 10, 12 years, I paid bills for them, rented a self-contained apartment for them, opened an account for them to go to college, funded their life. As a matter of fact, when I was getting married and I was graduating, I had an opportunity to invite them to the US. For them to sit down and feel that DS-160 Koda, they couldn't. They couldn't. And I am not just talking this thing. I have done these same things to other people that if it's now. I'm a coach. I have
now I know how many people you've raised.
Good. So, but to my own siblings, they don't feel I should tell them what to do. They don't feel I should demand for accountability if they ask me for money. They don't feel I know enough to guide them. Just like they say, prophet doesn't have respect in his hometown. You feel me?
Wow.
So after 10, 12 years, I told them I need to tape off. You guys have to you start getting and taking responsibilities for the things you need to do. So while the last one graduated from college, I hooked him up with one aviation office in Lagos there. I said, stay there as an office assistant since you did internship there. I will be supporting you. But never, if they send you to buy lunch, if 1 naira remain, take it back. It's called discipline and accountability. They will look at you as a young boy that wants to grow. I know my Yoruba people, when they see a humble person, even if you're not Yoruba, they might discriminate you, but they will still help you. Yes, they might discriminate you, but they will still help you. And he listened. So when Ibom Air wanted to start, they recommended him. They said, Ibom Air is starting, the MD is doing this. They recommended him to the MD. And while he was going there every month, every week, I used to give him 30K for his transport and his upkeep. until that opportunity presented himself. So when Ibom Air was on board, like they never do logo and everything. Now don't they work with the MD com. He's one of their top shots with Ibom Air.
The one that listened.
The one that he listened small, listen finish.
At least he listened. The other one's green listen.
He listened, he go school finish and he arrange. But the other one tell me say, like I said, he tell me say he won't do graphic design. I pay for her. He go do. I send him laptop from here. That I not just talk. These ones are my siblings. I put money down, make they take their rage. So after all said and done, he said he was going to one Bible school in Ikotu, one mushroom school. I said, if you channel this energy to go to college, that it frees myself and my wife, we've trained a lot of young people in college, over 20 something. So if I was on your channel now, we saw that blind guy now. We bought Braille and sent to you to give.
Yes, I remember that time. Yeah, you never really closed that time.
We never
that
closed
time. I
that
see
time.
Cool FM.
And you were still building this platform then. Yes. So if me would do this one to strangers, so my own sibling, no, think about it. I have sent more than 4 laptops to my siblings ever since I've been in the US. I have. I said, just go, do this, do that. I got you. No, they want to do what they want to do. So after you now finish that mushroom Bible school, those of you who say you want to be pastor, is an escape route for your laziness. You know how work. One church can go hire them. Now you can go there for small time. They pay them small money. But you had 15,000 or 20,000 a month. It wasn't going to do anything. After he couldn't cope with that whole Lagos stress, and then the sickle cell was impacting his health as well, he decided to go back to the village. He decided to go back to the village without even saying a word to me. So now when you're in the village, he's 38 for God's sake. He no marry. He's not making any income and all that. Of course, the thinking, the worries would take away a lot of peace from you. Hence, your cortisol and adrenaline will be used effectively. So that breaks down his system. I mean, I just got called and I was told that he passed. I cannot. Okay, see, like, who is there? Anything? So it was quite worrisome because I already saw it coming. Because if you are not using your mind, your brain to be effective, this is bound to happen. So now, and you think about it, my graphic designer has been working with me since 2017 or 2021. He started out with charging me 3,000 naira per design. You feel me? 3,000 naira per design. Now, then we're still onboarding. We're more focused on scholarship things. But by the time we started tech, gradually, I started getting small money. I've been paying him between 50,000 and 100,000 every month since that time till date. Since, let's say, 2022 till date, every month. So imagine if my kid brother was doing that for me. And when I started this tech, I reached out to them, my younger ones. They didn't answer me. So Shehu answered me. Michael answered me. Joe, I called these ones. They answered me. So that freeze, it's a lot of concerns, a lot of dynamics that goes into it. So anybody, you see some of those people that you say that they commit suicide.
Yeah, they buy themselves.
It's because of not engaging their mind or managing their mental health very well. You know what I mean? So as a result, they'll just choose to that because they would have broken down their immune system as a result of cortisol and adrenaline inside their blood. Yes. So if anything to get by, tech is one place that one can leverage. Like I always say, there are so many aspects of tech that can actually help individual to leverage, because technology is rewriting the rules, redefining jobs, and reimagining possibilities. Like I said before, many influencers, celebrities, our favorites are balling today, courtesy of tech. They are digitally sharing their content and doing onlines for views, monetization, and popularity. So many should ask themselves, tech, how would they maximize without tech, how would have they maximized those platforms? Because people built those platforms and it's all tech. So imagine if the people that are cashing out from creating content are cashing out the way they are cashing out. How about the people that are actually working behind the scene of those platforms? How are they working, or how are they doing it? Now, our currency is fast becoming digitalized, and in a short while, you might not be having physical cash again. You would be using the digital coins and all these things. Our GMO food self is digitalized as well. So the truth is simple. The future is already tech, and those who fail to join the trend will be left behind. All right. So
Sadly
that is
so.
this. It is no more news that tech is taking over a lot of space. Is the new currency, is the new oil of the moment. In the past, wealth was measured by land, oil, and factories. Today, it's a measure by data, digital solutions, and ability to innovate. Companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft have shown us that with the right skill set, there is no limit to what can be achieved. Yes. So opportunities are borderless. With tech, you can live in Lagos, Abuja, Nairobi, Accra, London, or Toronto and work for companies in Silicon Valley or Berlin. So remote work is no longer a dream. It's today's reality.
It is now a dream come true.
Yes, it's a dream come true. So the demand is greater than the supply. Businesses are desperate for skilled professionals in business analysis, data analysis, product management, SaaS products like Salesforce, ServiceNow system administrations, cybersecurity, cloud computing, and more. So the shortage of skilled talent is your opportunity. And tech is inclusive, I must confess, because you don't have to code to be in